Chris, shall we start with the Preston winning goal, because that had a lot of controversy about it. What did you make of it?
Well, we ultimately we haven't won a football match, but for me, both goals shouldn't have been allowed. You know, what we have is that we've seen the correct angle, and somebody might say that I'm wrong on this one, but the first goal's handball, and if I'm looking at where the ball comes off the top end of his arm, for me it's definitely handball. The second one, the controversy on the second one was because, of course, the linesman puts his flag up. Where the referee is right is that, you know, Brown was in an offside position, came back to an onside position, and didn't touch the ball. But what he did do was impede Cyrus Christie. So they're the things that I've spoken to him about. He felt that that he'd made the right decision. So frustrating on the two goals that we conceded, but probably more frustrating that in a game where I thought we were really good in the first half period, had chances, you know, good chances to win the game, that we've come away not only with, you know, not having got something out of the game, but having lost the game.
Yeah, in so many ways, a microcosm of what's happened this season, Chris. That first half.
Yes, it is, and it's probably been a recurring. And some credit to the lads, particularly in the first half period. You know, we've played well. You know, a lot of possession, and and in a game where we have 16 shots on target, you know, you expect to get more than one wonderful goal from James Garner, and probably that's sums up the season where we've needed really. And if I'm looking at the two goals that we conceded, there are always elements of that where we make some mistakes, and unfortunately we've needed really to not make them mistakes to get results in games, and it puts a lot of pressure on the team, and that's certainly the area that we have to be better at next season. Otherwise we'll be up against the same problems. Yeah.
Defensively, he made the change today and brought Loic So in. He's had to be very, very patient,
yes,
hasn't he? But he got his chance today.
He got his chance today, and he has deserved it. Apart from a young lad that we think is a good player and a good prospect. He's worked hard. He's found it difficult because the three players that are in front of him. But he's certainly, for what he's given us in training and some of the cup games he's played in this season, we felt that he deserved to play.
And a slightly different role for Grabban, it seemed, in that first half today as well. Well, throughout the game, but he was effective in the first half, wasn't he?
Very effective, and I think with Lewis, we know he can. That there are certain aspects of his game where he tends to play that way anyway. He tends to be perhaps that little bit more of a link player off of the front, and I think what it gave us an opportunity to look at was seeing him playing that more effective with somebody ahead of him, and certainly in the first half period, it was a period where he received a lot of ball, had a big influence on the game, and that's an option for us with him.
I was going to say, was today, you mentioned there you could have a look today. Is that what you've kind of, those two changes? Is that what it was about, really, looking ahead to
Yes.
to give you options for next season?
Yeah, I think particularly with Lewis, I think he is a player that, he's a good footballer. He's good on the ball, and he tends to link anyway. So yeah, I mean, that's something to look at for next season. Another option, because what we have got to look at, we've got to look at ways that we can get more goals, and certainly, it's either playing, somebody off the front that's a little bit more of a midfield player that will give us good possession of the ball, and maybe might be creative, or the type of player off the front that we think can also get goals.
No doubt you've got plenty of plans in that direction.
Well, we're trying. It's going to be an uncomfortable summer, a busy summer, because there'll be lots of videos to look at, lots of phone calls, and so but it's never a summer period is never as straightforward as what you would like it. So all I want is that come pre-season, and probably more so the start of next season, is that we've got somewhere close to the type of squad that I think that will be hopefully capable of competing.
It feels like it might be a big job as well, Chris, because to go from where you finished this season to get up to be challenging in the top six, it's a big jump.
Yes, it's a big jump. I think that's obvious to say, and of course we lose a lot of players as well. So yes, it is a big jump, and I think that would be natural to see that. I mean, there are certain things certain aspects of the season that I'm pleased with, that encourage me. You know, a level of performance, and I still don't think as a level of performance that we're that far away. It's just the obvious ones that we've been speaking about that make the other teams that finish above us stand out more than what we have.
Just a final word about Glenn Murray, who got the captain's armband, and then from his body language out there on his own at the end of the game, seemed to be saying farewell to football. Can you tell us anything?
Well, I think what he's definitely saying farewell to here is an enjoyable period that he's had here, and you know, he's started his campaign here with some games. Probably hasn't played, you know, as much of in the last maybe the last couple of months as what he would like, but he was really pleased to come, and really pleased that he did come, because he obviously came from Watford where he wasn't involved at all. So I think for him just to get back on the training pitch and have an involvement in games is a big thing for him. I mean, what he will do from now, you know, I don't know. I mean, certainly he's still got enough. He's still got enough if he wants to. You know, if he wants to carry on, because he's a very fit lad. He's a good trainer. He's been fortunate, I think, certainly in the last sort of 10 years with injuries, and I think probably he'll have a good think over a period of time what he wants to do.